Mr. Brown, Mr. Green. Okay.
People gather around when he gets on the stand, and when he plays, he gets a hand. The rhythm he beats puts the cats in a trance. Nobody there bothers to dance, but when he plays with the bass and guitar, they holler, "Oh, beat me, daddy, yeah, to the bar." I blink, I blank, I blink, blank, blink, blank, I'm funkin' on repeat. A rip, a rap, rippin' up with ease. But when he plays with the bass and guitar, they all roll, beat me, daddy, yeah, to the bar. He plays a boogie, but hey, to the bar, a boogie woogie. That is the way he likes to play on his piano. I don't know. The way he plays, he puts them all in a trance. The cats all holler hooray. You hear them say, beat me, daddy, yeah, to the bar. There's a guy who plays the best piano by far. When he plays with the bass and guitar, they holler, beat me up, daddy, hey, to the bar. People gather around when he hits on the stand, and when he plays, he gets a hand. The rhythm he beats puts the cats in a trance. Nobody there bothers to dance, but when he plays with the bass and guitar, they all roll, beat me, daddy, hey, to the bar. A blink, blink, a blank, blank, a blank, 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 honking on the keys. A riff, riff, a rap, rap, a riff, rap, ripping up with ease. Oh, when he plays with the bass and guitar, they all roll, beat me, daddy, hey, to the bar. Huh. Did you get the train yet? I thought you was back.
Well, her friend told me to leave. She said he was taking her to dinner and that they might come here afterwards. But knowing them, they'll probably end up somewhere else.
So, Colonel Dudley has taken the letters you've instructed to the higher-ups for approval?
Yes, should be a fairly simple process. I just hope they don't muck it up too badly.
I know you have a strong dislike for the man, but I've never known him to be anything less than honest and convivial.
Probably an excellent sort of superb receiver. He didn't become the head of strategic operations for nothing. Never only Prime Minister Churchill has complete faith in him.
Just so close to having everything perfectly in line. I don't want anyone who doesn't know Major Beaumont sticking their nose in and mucking it all up.
It is going quite well. Do you have the ticket stubs from tonight, Joan?
Okay? Imagine today could be one of the perfect nights for your last time together.
Yes, it is quite perfect. Elegant. Intimate. Yes, quite perfect.
I'm glad you like. I can say we love it, my darling. Why
picked up the picture you gave me. I'll treasure it always and keep it right here next to my heart.
Oh, the day was just perfect. I know I've said before, but I wish time could just stand still for just a moment. I know the science will be important, and I've been caught myself and stop being such a silly little kid.
My darling said, you are anything but a silly little thing. You are the kindest, most soft, most beautiful people I've ever met. And I'm so fortunate to have met you, even with this plastic, stupid world. I've never been happier than when I'm with you.
Oh, dear, you always know to say to make me feel better, so I should get horribly conceited if you keep saying all these things about me. They're all utterly untrue.
No, your words are clearly spoken. There's something else I have to speak to you. I never purported to let you go, but I just can't. Now that I've found you out of the whole world, I never want to let you go. Will you?
Yes, 1,000 times yes. Oh, you know how much I adore diamonds. It's so scarcely extravagant, I can't stop looking at it.
I can't stop looking at you, my love. When I'm without you, there's a great calming thing in my life. I tried to focus all the things I enjoyed a whole 5 weeks ago, but it's all in me. It is only when I'm with you that I'm free.
Oh, why do we have to meet in the middle of a war? Such a silly thing for two people to go and do. If we went to this war, we could be married by next month. We'd be going around to the curtains and all wonderful, everyday, blissful things that married people do.
Instead, I'm stuck in this dreary government office,
Doing idiotic minutes all day, while you'll be sitting God knows where in all types of dangers I can't even bear to think about.
Helen, look at me.
No, Bill, you're going to send you so abroad, so awful and dangerous, and I'll never see you again. Well, I won't have you here. I won't. Tell them so for me. I won't allow you to go, and I won't allow you to be in danger.
Helen, look at me. I can't predict the future. I cannot promise you that I won't be in danger. This mission that I'm going on is truly a matter of life or death, and I cannot tell you how it's going to play out. What I can tell you is that right here, right now, this very moment, is the most perfect moment in the whole history of the world. Will you dance with me? Yes.
That is hard to find places all day through.
You got a case of Butterfingers today?
Yes, silly me.
Are you alright? It's just some file. It's nothing regular.
Yes, I just startled myself a little.
I just got this back from the committee. They want to read you on the document.
What are you for?
They said the letter was too chummy and chatty, and personally, I have to agree with them. So I want you to catch that. Care to repeat it?
I said we would.
Colonel Bennington, what exactly did they say they were looking for instead?
They said they want the letter to be more of a nuts and bolts variety, not on a high level. I said the letter is aiming too high. That she merely gives a false indication of the date and planned invasion without pinpointing where it actually took place.
What's the point in that? What's the point in going through all this effort just to give the Germans a vague hint? You hear what you're saying? Doesn't make sense.
Exactly. Don't you see that, Bethan? Or are you really that completely clueless?
Martin, you're way out of line. Remember you're addressing the superior officer.
You know the problem is, they all realize that this is such a good plan, and they all want in it. I'm sick of people pulling rank so they can tinker with something they know nothing about. If we aren't too careful, Mincemeat will be so watered down, we won't even be able to recognize Major Belmont.
You know he's not a person, don't you?
Exactly my point.
What Ewan is trying to say is that to us, he is a real person, at least in spirit. We've all invested so much time and care in this operation that it's hard to see it rewritten by people who do not understand the details.
Well, I'm sorry, Phil. That's the way it works around here. They're called senior intelligence officers for a reason. Deal with it.
Senior intelligence officer Mike.
Deal with it.
How is it possible that someone who's completely ignorant of the German intelligence service and what they're likely to believe can hold any position of importance? That man is the most incompetent, inefficient, inept people I've ever met!
Take a breath, Ewan, you'll give yourself an ulcer.
She's right, old chap. Listen, I have an idea. Let's talk truth with people who see in our general mind write the letter himself. He can read all the existing drafts and then put it into his own world. The top brass are less likely to scrap the letter if it's penned by the man himself.
You may have a good point there, John. Let's go see if we can get into the scene today.
Well, that was uncomfortable. You're not kidding. I noticed that you never did that drawing you made last night.
Oh, but it was nothing like the blitz. But God, when I heard those sirens, it was so frightening.
It's been so long since we heard this sound. Just for a moment, you have heard twice.
I really knew it was. As soon as I heard them. I stood up, went and turned off the tea kettle, went and grabbed Vincent, my cat, and went and headed down to the tube station. What about you, Patty? What did he do? Oh my goodness, he probably didn't hear the sound of the siren of the band you were having such a good time.
And that's right. Your friend Tommy is in on leave. Let's go to you, Patrick.
How was it? I bet he looked so handsome in his uniform.
Marjorie, do you have a modern report transcribed about your park?
Right here, Miss Saunders?
Thank you. And Patricia, I need Alex's report from last night's bombing. Please.
Patty, what's wrong? What happened?
It's Tommy. Tommy. He's
dead. Oh, Patty, I'm so sorry.
Oh, put him on the floor like a kind of a chair. Juliet, fetch her some tea.
Take this.
Jim, I'm gonna take this. Ask me to. Do you want to tell us what happened?
You look so wonderful. Coming picking up in a cab. You look so wonderful in your dress uniform. And you bit the young red hair. You like the Kettners. That spanky place in Soho. We're close to the amazing. It would have been coffees when he eats there. It was magical. You like to come in the street and dance and plants. It was like it was when we were young. Before we were. Do you remember how it was? Yes. You were sitting in the table, and we heard the sirens hit the band. There was a pause in the music, and they started back up. Like nothing was different. But it was different. It was like something had circled the air from the room, and then a loud roar of the band. Everything shook, we were knocked to the floor, there was smoke and fire, people were screaming in fear and in pain, but Rudolph never let go of my hand. He squeezed it tight and held me through the flames. The smoke was blinding, but somehow he sent it through the side door in the alley to the front street. We did. We could see people wandering in the lights of the flames. We heard people still screaming inside.
My God.
He went back in! And that wonderful, beautiful boy went back in! Just kissed me on the forehead and went back into that hell! See my brother saw him reappear at the front door. He was guiding two people, coughing and choking, and smelling at me as he came. And there was a second explosion. And he was gone. Just gone. He made it out twice. I know he was gone. Just gone. Why?
Becky, take this home and stay with her. We're going along for the day.
Come on, Patsy. Let's pick things up in the room and get you home.
Oh. If you don't mind, Mrs. Saunders, I would like to stay. Last night, Tommy died a hero, like so many have done, like our man will do, but he will do it nameless. Tommy still has a name, Mrs. Saunders, a wonderful name. Thomas Edward Kennedy, Lieutenant Royal Marines. The least I can do is my part to end this damn war, to honor his name. So if you don't mind, Mrs. Saunders, Joan, I would like to stay.
Back to work. We've got a war to win.
Why
There's a constant demand for his attention. Not necessarily wants to if you like to keep up with him.
Yes, our question was made a couple of days ago that gives final approval to go forward with an operation. I received a note back that just said, yes, 10:15 on Thursday. I dearly hope it was 10:15 a.m. and not p.m. I know the Prime Minister keeps very long hours.
The Lord does not wait for any man to sleep, no brother. Not even a man as great as Prime Minister Churchill.
Yes, of course.
This way, Colonel Evan, the Prime Minister will see you.
Thank you.
Good morning, Prime Minister. Colonel Evan is here to see you.
Good morning, Prime Minister.
Good man, there's you, man. Well, see. How was the spaghetti going?
Very well, Prime Minister. That's actually why I'm here to see you today, sir.
Of course it is. What'd you have for me, Batman?
We are looking for your final approval on a plan named Operation Mincemeat. Lieutenants Chalmers and Montague at 17M have been working on it for several months now. As you can see, it is part of Operation Barclay and our planned invasion of Sicily. Operation Mincemeat is an effort to deceive the Germans into believing we are planning to invade Sardinia and various targets in Greece.
Yes, Rosella and I both agree that Sicily was a logical strategic choice. Anyone would have put forward on Sicily, but we need the island to deliver a gut punch and help undermine the access. How Hitler has mostly wrapped around his hands pretty well dug in. However, there's another place.
Operation Mincemeat will be using the body of a dead homeless man dressed as a major in the Royal Marines. You'll be carrying documents indicating that the target is not Sicily, the false targets I mentioned. It will be dropped off the southwest coast of Spain by a submarine so that the body will wash ashore and into the hands of the Spaniards, and by default, into the hands of the German spies operating in that country.
I love it. The Pledge of Honor deception plans equal the most fantastic inventions and achieved and melodrama. I really should that your session comes up with these. I have to say I'm a little jealous of them.
Thank you, Prime Minister. I feel I need to point out that this could go very well. The body might never go washed ashore, and if it does, the Spaniards might hand it right back with the documents intact.
Well, in that case, bring your body back and give another son, won't we? You have my approval, Bevan, under one stipulation. You must obtain an agreement with General Eisenhower. The success or failure of Operation Mincemeat will profoundly affect the invasion of Sicily. In the days to come, British and American people will walk together, side by side, in majesty and peace. Oh, Elizabeth, chuck it over you. Sounds like a good line.
Yes, Prime Minister.
Praise the Lord, for has ammunition and
all waiting. We're finally all here.
Thanks for joining us, Sam.
The pleasure is ours. I find us all very excited. Very excited to see how far we've come.
Well, Ian, it looks very different from our first meeting.
As it should, trouble old man. Allow me to make an introduction. This is Salvador Gomez-Bay. He's a naval attaché and an agent runner who works very closely with Alan Hildreth at the Madrid Embassy.
Please, calm down. I'm very much looking forward to assisting you with this mission.
We're very happy to have you aboard, though.
This is Charles Fraser Smith from the Q branch. Officially, he's a bureaucrat from the Management Supply. But in reality, he makes some of the most amazing gadgets for our secret agents. Miniature cameras, taking weaponry units on for our secret mission. He is your man.
I thought your work, sir. Quite ingenious stuff you come up with. I particularly like the skilled garrison.
Oh, yes, thank you. That was his favorite one, alright.
I think mine's the garlic flavored chocolate.
Garlic flavored chocolate, you say? Hi, my name is Dr. Bevan Purchase.
Garlic flavored chocolate. What does that mean?
Well, I know that was right, and so crunch in the glass. They eat it, and the rest will appropriately well right.
Well done, sir.
Thank you for coming today, Charles. Your assistance is crucial to the next part of our plan.
Lieutenant Bill Jewell, commander of the HMS Sarah. Lieutenants Montague and Chumley were just briefing me on the mission. We were discussing the logistics of transporting the body.
HMS Sarah. What kind of vessel is she?
She's an S-class submarine, sir. A marvelous ship. She's up in Scotland right now. We just finished her overhaul. She'll be ready to ship out as soon as you give the go.
Let's get down to business, shall we?
Yes. We were discussing with Dr. Purchase several ways of delivering the body to the required location. For various reasons, using a seaplane or a ship proved not to be viable.
After considering all the options, it was decided that a submarine would be able to carry out the delivery with the most efficiency.
Only if you'd be able to get close to the shore.
Oh, no, that should not be a problem. During the run to Operation Torch, we were tasked with taking General Clark to the Algerian coast for a meeting with the French commanders there. Well, I was able to bring the Seraph within 500 yards of the shore.
My goodness, that hurts, really.
Yes, really.
But were you not worried about running aground?
No, my crew and I have been depth charged, machine gun torpedoed, and mistakenly shot at by the RAF. All due respect, and forgive me for saying, but being asked to deposit a cadaver off the coast of Spain is what one would call a milk run.
Where's the plan to drop location?
The ideal place is somewhere near Puebla. It's a small fishing port near the southwest coast of Spain where the river teams up flows into the Atlantic. There are some smaller fishing villages along the coast, Punta Umbria, and a few others.
How did you decide on a particular area?
Well, the body washes up too close to Cadiz, then may simply be handed back to the British authorities in Gibraltar. Also, owing in part to my efforts, the Spanish Navy is far more sympathetic towards the British than other branches of the military. If the body washes up too close to Cadiz, yes, sorry, I forgot to say. Then they are far less likely to cooperate with the Germans.
I see your point now.
German influence in Puebla is strong and it has a very pro-German secret police who give the Germans access to anything of interest found in the body. Luckily, British consul in Puebla is Francis Hasselman. He's trustworthy, reliable, and will need his assistance for this operation to succeed. But the most compelling reason is that Puebla is home to a particularly troublesome German spy named Adolf Close. He's efficient, very well connected, and ruthless. It's not only desirable to set this man up, but it will be my pleasure.
How will the Seraph get from Scotland to Puebla?
Should only take 10 to 12 days. We frequent those waters quite often when we patrol the Mediterranean.
Which leads us to the question of the day. How do you suppose to transport our special passenger that is looking like he's truly and well past his use-by date?
I believe that's 5 minutes. Allow me to present the world's first underwater corpse transporter. This tubular canister is 6 feet 6 inches long and just under 2 feet long. It has a 2-skin mercury each field, and this between the 2 skins is packed with asbestos wool. One end is welded closed, while the other one is an airtight seal with rubber gasket with 16 volts. I've also added folding handles onto each end and a box ring for easy removal.
That's thoughtful.
Isn't it though? And with one inside, the whole thing should weigh about 400 pounds. We were a little worried about damage to the facial area during this journey to Scotland, but I think I'll put it wonderful.
The entire body will be enclosed by a blanket, especially around the face, and it'll have about 20 pounds of dry ice inside to remove all the oxygen. I think Dr. Fraser Smith has done a great job on the calculations, so it should keep our boy from decomposing, even once he's out of deep freeze.
And with those measurements, it should fly snugly in the torpedo match.
That is precisely my plan.
What should I tell my crew? It is that submariners are a hardy bunch, but I think even they would object to having a dead man as a shipmate. Bad luck, dog.
This plan hinges on seats. Once you are underway, you can take the officers into your confidence. But the crew should be told you are carrying a super secret meteorological report device.
Sounds plausible.
I would also stress that should you come across an enemy vessel, that you do not take any offensive measures before and after the mission is completed.
As much as it pains me to agree, for the sake of the mission, that makes perfect sense.
Oh, also, casualties should only be complete the last second and only on deck, as the grass fill off carbon dioxide and also smell terrible.
Understood.
How are you transporting a man up to Scotland? That has to be what? An 8 and 9 hour long journey.
Yes, we're using a MI5 and MI6 staff car drive. It used to be a racing car drive before the war.
You're going to be driven up at high speeds with no headlights on by a myopic Grand Prix champion. Should we find someone else? No, he's a man for the job without a shadow of a doubt. Man, is it going to be an experience.
As I say, gentlemen, this is the most outlandish plan yet. I cannot wait to think out of touch with this Stacy Marcel.
Gentlemen, in wartime, I find that any plan that has the potential to save lives is one worth trying.
This body smells so bad. How long's this guy been dead?
I don't know, because it's gonna be a long time with this skin peeling out his nose.
Yeah, I'd rather not. Let's get this done as soon as possible. This stench is killing me. Check to see if the chain of communication is secure.
Is it unlucky Corey runners around?
That's no box in the post. Some of the crew haven't slept alongside this. I think Morris was using part of it as a pillow if they ever knew the truth.
Well, luckily they won't. You were scratching absolute secrecy.
Are we looking, gentlemen? Daylight is fast approaching. We have to get some out into the water.
Aye, Commander.
And Davis, has the bridge checked the echo sounder? What's the depth of the hull?
Yes, Commander. We're at 12 feet. Lieutenant Scott is concerned that we're almost around the tide zone as well.
I'm aware of that, Davis.
She would say a few words.
Feel like we must. I wish I remembered more of the funeral service. I only know some song 39. Seems appropriate, considering our mission. I will keep my mouth as though it were the bridle was the ungodly within myself. Of my tongue, I spoke nothing. I stay silent, even from good words. It was pain and grief to me. Lord, let me know my end, the number of my days, that I might learn how frail I am. Indeed, my life is nothing before you. Every man is but a breath.
Amen.
Amen.
Inform the bridge to depart from shore and send a wireless message to the Admiral 300. Mincemeat completed.
insurance collect the latest dispatch from Betsy Park.
Saunders, it's not typhoon's still over. It's starting to get worse. It's sweet of you to be concerned about him, Betty. He's just spring the pressure, like we all are. On the coast of North Africa, there are thousands of allied ships down. Their future depends on a mission that's like a jolly good game to us. If we made a mistake in operations, it could be a matter of life and death for those troops on a massive scale.
I see that. Is there anything else I can do to help?
Just keep doing your job, dear.
Interceptors picked up a wireless message sent by German Chief of Staff for Wartime Planning, General Alfred Euro. It reads, an enemy landing on a large scale is projected in the near future in both the east and west Mediterranean. The information was sent to both senior German commanders of the south and southeast. Joel describes it as coming from a source which could be regarded as being absolutely reliable. We did it. We did it. We got Mincemeat, hotline, and racing.
Fishermen near Punta Umbria that he was placed under a tree while they got the appropriate officials to come inspect the body. His moods were held in the next day while they got the appropriate officials. That's how they performed the autopsy.
So, after they pulled from the water, he sat in the heat for over 24 hours. Oh, the stench must have been close to unbearable.
Our vice consul in Puebla was there the entire. Our vice consul in Puebla, Francis Hasselden, was there for the entire examination. He said it was very bad, but it appears to work in our favor. Hasselden suggested since the heat done its worst, there's no need for a detailed autopsy. Apparently, they agreed and issued a certificate.
I read the post-mortem notice. Pretty straightforward. It said a British officer had been fallen in the water and had been floating in it for 7 or 8 days.
He was buried the next day with full military honors in the same cemetery in Puebla. It's a beautiful spot.
That's very comforting to know, for all of us.
Who took possession of the briefcase at that point?
That's where the saga begins. Hasselden was offered the briefcase by Spanish naval judge Captain Alvarez. He and Hasselden are friends, but thanks to his quick thinking, He suggested the briefcase should go through the official route so as not to take off his superiors.
That was good thinking. The whole thing could have been over before it began.
It very nearly was. Had the case gone to the civil guard, the police, or even the harbor master, Adolf Klaus would have been privy to the contents within a matter of hours. But now, it was in the hands of the Spanish Navy.
The one place we didn't want it to go.
Exactly. But it's like an outright too.
Well, by this time, Adolf Klaus was well and truly intrigued. He enlisted the help of the civil guard to get a look at what was in the briefcase, and he spent a small fortune trying to bribe local officials into getting a look at it.
Hello, Klaus. What's that saying he has? In Huelva, Klaus can open any door. Truly despicable fellow.
Yes, unfortunately, the doors to Captain Alvarez's safe stayed firmly shut for 3 days. This did nothing but fuel Klaus's frustration and curiosity.
That's when we stepped in.
Yes, I sent a wireless message to Alan Pilbara. It stated that the papers Major Martin was carrying were of great importance and secrecy, and to return them immediately.
So we know the case sat in Huelva for at least 3 days, and where did it go then?
Oh. It was passed to the naval guards in Cadiz. Then a week after the funeral, it arrived in the hands of Admiral Moreno of Madrid. Then it seemed to vanish off into the maze of the Spanish military. Nobody seemed to know where it was or who had possession of it.
How could it have just disappeared? Surely someone must have known of its whereabouts.
Yes, one would have thought so. By this time, though, German interest and determination to get the documents had reached fever peak. Finally, they enlisted the help of Lieutenant Colonel Barron, one of Spain's most senior secret policemen and committed German sympathizer. Once he was involved, it was only a matter of time before the documents were located and made available.
It's been over a week and we'd received scant information. The thought of what our work had been for nothing was a very tense time.
That's an understatement.
9 days after arriving in Spain, it finally arrived in the hands of the Germans. One of Barron's lieutenants personally delivered them to Wilhelm Leisner, the head of German intelligence in Spain.
How did they get the letters open without tearing them?
If I explain, I find this all very fascinating.
By all means, be my guest.
Well, the white seal is on the envelope's closed, but by pressing down on the top and bottom half of the envelope, they can be bent open.
Yes, but how did they get the letters out without tearing the letters?
Well, the envelopes were still slightly damp, so they were able to insert a small metal prong with a blunt hook, then wind it into a cylinder and extract it through the hole in the bottom of the envelope. Then it would be replaced in the same way.
That's ingenious.
But place the string of black eyelash into the crease part of the letter. No one noticed a little eyelash drop out. To make an eye, the letter looked uncanny.
Even before the documents were back in the briefcase, the copies were on their way to Berlin.
And Hitler's flawed at home. The German battalions are already being moved out of Sicily to the decoy part of Greece. The invasion should begin any day now.
I would like to say congratulations and thank you to everyone who worked on this project. I believe that with your tireless efforts, millions of lives will be saved.
Here, here, to Operation Mincemeat!
To Operation Mincemeat!
The invasion on island Sicily began in the early hours of July 10, 1943. By August 17, the Allied forces had taken control of the island and turned the tide of the war of the Allied favor. What was originally projected as a long-bloody costly battle had now been completed in 6 weeks and begun Adolf Hitler's final downfall. The success of Operation Mincemeat is clear that much is true. Sometimes imaginations makes things out far worse than they are. Yet without imaginations, not much can be done. These are not dark things. These are great things. greatest days our country has ever lived. We must be all thankful, each according us to our stations, to play a part making these days memorable in the history of our race. My dear friends, this is your hour. It is a victory of all nations as a whole that strives for justice. This will forever stand in our history as our Lord.
I'm not really. Okay. All right. So the 80th anniversary of when Bill Jewell dropped Lindo Martin, aka Major Bill Martin, off of the coast of Huelva, Spain, is actually tomorrow, which was a complete not a fluke, but I can honestly, this date was set long, Amanda set it long before I just went, okay. I actually discovered this fact about 3 weeks ago, but I feel like it's kismet, because this story that we told you tonight is probably the most fitting tribute that we could possibly give to the real men and women that worked on Operation Mincemeat and made it a reality. The hundreds of thousands of lives that were saved by this military operation actually working it's phenomenal. So I'm really, really thankful and proud to be able to bring you this story. I hope you all really enjoyed it. Thank you. great people to thank. This show, a show like this size, takes a lot of people to make it happen. It takes a lot of hands helping. And so, first and foremost, I don't know, is she here? I think she was here earlier. Christine.
No,
She was here earlier. She did the earlier show. Okay, she's not here. I still want to thank her. Without Christine's support, this program and what we are able to do would not happen at all. Without Amanda Belton's undying support, this would not happen. Without our costume ladies, Michelle and Janet. Michelle and Jennifer. Are you there? Where are you?
No, I didn't do any casting.
You did stuff. You did the program. Yeah. Let's see. Who else are we missing? Amy did our wonderful headshots. Let's see. Oh, Sophia. Is Sophia here? Sophia's awesome. She actually had to take over a class. So you helped so much in the last stages of bringing this onto the stage. That was amazing. Thank you so much. I know. That's what he said. There are a couple of performers that I need to, all the performers are amazing, but we had a couple of late additions to the cast. About 2 weeks ago, this lovely young lady was put on. She stepped into our cast because we had a little COVID scare with one of our other performers, and we were like, oh my gosh, what do we do? So we had her on deck, and it turned out that everything was okay, and we didn't need to worry about the whole COVID thing. Like, that's a thing anymore, right? So Titi, thank you so much. You jumped in. She jumped in. She learned all the group songs, and we let her pick her swan song that she wanted to do, her big show-stopping number, which was fantastic. I'm sure you will agree. And last Friday, last Thursday. So last Thursday, our alumni student Evie stepped into the role of Bill Jewell, which is one of my favorites. And thank you so much. You were amazing. What?
They learned their lines in a week.
No. They got the script on Friday. What? You got the script on Friday? And then sent me a text on Sunday saying, off script. And I went, of course you are. So thank you to those two wonderful people that jumped in at the last minute. Oh, who else? There is one very special person who, without his help, yeah. You're like, Fred, say his name! Yes, Fred. Some of you people from the cast might know this, but spring break is when we come in. There's no kids here. We get to come in, and there are like a whole 8 hours of working on set, and then we get to walk away, and it's done. And it's like, apparently, I had been walking around with pneumonia for 2 weeks, so I ended up in the emergency room the Sunday of spring break, the first Sunday of spring break, and so you came in and while you were making me sit on the couch and do nothing, which was super frustrating, but I couldn't really do anything else. You came in and you did so much work. I can't even begin to tell you.
Thank you, God.
Anyway, he has a little announcement for those people that haven't seen the show before.
Yeah. Show of hands. How many people here have seen the show already? All right. Don't give away the fact that I'm going to trick them into thinking she's leaving, okay? Anyways, I'm just going to do the joke all the time. Anyway, hey. Anyway, so I'm going to get right to the point. Right to the point is, for those of you that do not know at this point, we have 9 years here. At Innovation Academy, 9 years. We saw a lot of kids come and go and come back. But, yeah. But anyways, it's good that they come back because they love us, they love the organization. I hope it's all of that. And so we decided that for the 10th year, we're going to kick it off by creating, not only still doing this, but also creating a community theater based here at Innovations. We're starting off in October. We're doing October. June. Well, yes, June. That's right. June 4th. We're doing our June 24th. This is why I keep them around. I shouldn't be allowed out by myself. All right. We'll have a chance. Anyways, on the 24th of June, we're starting with a fundraiser, but it's a talent show. We're also having an auction. So if you have an act that you like to do, if you have to tell jokes, if you like to do an act with your kid, which is even cooler because everybody likes family routines, right? If you dance with your dog or your dog dances with you, we'll try it out. Why not? So come on down and join us. We're also going to have an auction. You want to go on our website and have a look at all the details because it's printed in the back of your flyer. That's the IFCT. That's the one. Hold it up. Let the studio audience see it. Right there. All right. Press on the QR code and you can get it. Now, that was for all the new people. For the people that already heard this, I want to tell you 2 other programs that I think are really cool. Because we're community theater, and because we do the summer program as well, what we want to do is start a, well, no, I'm not going to call it a competition, but sure, it's a competition. If any of you are writers, if you enjoy writing, if you enjoy writing theater, shows, we're looking for people that can write a 1-act play. All right? That's probably somewhere around, 28 pages, something like that. 28 pages. And we're looking for the top 3. And what we're going to do is we are going to produce them here for the summer program. Then we're going to put them all in a little compendium of 3 1-act plays. We're going to package it up and try to help you guys get it submitted for publication. And that's kind of your reward. Now you're a published author. Not so bad. Not so bad for something you probably write, stick in a drawer, and see it again in 20 years, right? So that's one of the things that we're doing. And the other is for the kids here, our 8th graders. What we want to do is start a scholarship program. The Innovations Family Community Theater will offer up $1,000 in an account that they'll receive after they graduate high school. So they'll get the $1,000 scholarship, and then plus interest because they're sitting in the bank. And they get that. Now, at first I wanted to say, well, if they get into a theater program, But I don't think that's fair. So we're just gonna say, if they go to college, let's start without expectations, shall we? So that's the other thing that we want to do. So we want to give back to the community. When I say that, I also ask that you all give back to the community. Now, I'm not just talking about money. Tasha mentioned it earlier. It takes a lot of people to do this thing. And I know that some of you that have done these shows before with us and been here, you'll notice that we didn't have half the staff that we normally have. So we also didn't have half the things we normally have. And that's where you come in. By volunteering, signing up, when you hear that there's a show going on, please get involved. We want to make this community a tight community, and we can do that, but we don't get to meet you while we're up here and you're down there. We get to meet you when you're out there and working with us as a family. All right, thank you.
Okay, here we go. It is tradition. It is tradition at the closing, the last public show of the senior production. I don't know why I started this because it kills me every single time. I like to recognize the theatre kids that have worked really hard, not only in the senior production, but a lot of these kids crewed the younger junior show for many years. And so I've worked with these kids a lot. Some of them I have known since kindergarten, right?
Some of them you've known for your
Well, yeah, but
That's when you started being interesting.
But, I would like to bring forward all of our, what did we do? I'd like to bring forward all of our graduating 8th graders. Ladies and gentlemen, for the last time, on the Innovations Academy stage, your graduating 8th graders. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your support. We basically run on donations. So please feel free to donate as much as you like. We love you all. Thank you so much tonight.